My name is Roman Tolstek, and I hate to start us off in this way, but I don't know how else to start it. So basically, what this is a documentary of the startup of a company.
What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up.
Hey guys, Roman Tolstek here with another fascinating episode of Ronaware, the documentary, Vidoc, whatever. Anyway, in this week's episode, we're gonna cover really just two things: where we are and a tool. Because I listened to the weeks, I kind of ran out of tools. You know, you can only use so many things when you want to start a business. And I haven't done them for a while now. I don't know if anybody's noticed or anybody's even watching, but if you are watching, you did notice this is why. Because I pretty much named everything we use. Anyway, where we are now. So, we are right in the precipice of finishing up development. I know I've been saying that for the past year. This time, I mean it. And so, here we are. We're about to deliver the first working prototype to our client, to our first client. This is actually, coincidentally enough, this is our very latest client that's going to get our very first tech. Anyway, he's super excited about it. He got Walmart interested in our technology, which is amazing, right? Walmart, the number one retailer in the world, interested in us, little guy who nobody knows about. But here we are, and that's kind of the situation is. So we're now, as we're developing this prototype, we've come to a little problem. The problem has a solution. The solution is using two separate plugs to plug this thing in because it's crazy. And the power isn't routed efficiently. It doesn't matter. This is only a prototype, so it's going to be fine. Basically, this system that we have is going to have two separate outlets. If you notice, I'm full of energy today, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm excited for this, because I finally get another demo tomorrow, because I'm meeting up with the group. And then on Sunday or Monday, I'll be mailing this out to one of our clients. Anyway. Maybe that's why I'm so freaking excited. Anyway, that's kind of where we are now. Today we're just gonna briefly cover where, make sure everything's good to go. Tomorrow we're gonna check out both the apps live in action. We're gonna check out the hardware live in action, and then send it all off because I know it's gonna work just fine. He's gonna be super impressed. He's gonna love it. He's gonna show it to the people at Walmart. They're gonna love it. We're gonna place a big order. We're gonna ship it over here. Boom! All of a sudden we're millionaires, just like that. 9 months later or whatever, right? Lesson of the week is making tough calls. Again, lesson of the week is making tough calls. No, just kidding. Okay, so it's making tough calls. And basically, tough call. Bad. Sorry. Also, lesson 2 of the week: remembering to turn off your phone when you record things. Anyway. Back to lesson 1, making the tough calls. So in this case, tough call was we have to get this stuff. We promised our client that this thing's gonna be ready by this day, period. And we broke that promise. Then we promised him again, and we broke that promise. And now the third time, I don't know if it's gonna be a fourth. So we have to make this work. The deadline was that it's gonna be fully operational by this weekend. And that's where we are now. And so I'm afraid to lose the client, right? We definitely don't want that. We gotta keep them. And so, tough calls came in the form of, what do we do with this prototype? Like, something doesn't work out right, something is working out right, but the things that aren't working out right, how do we change them? What do we have time to do? And that's kind of what my engineers have been coming to me with. And I have to figure out, okay, so here's kind of the ups and downs. Right? This is a prototype. The benefit of any prototype is it has to be pretty. Right, but on the other hand, like, you don't get the full actual demo of what the working part will be. So, for instance, in this case, it was perf board versus PCB, 2 plugs versus 1 plug with a power relay module, or whatever the hell you call it. And other things that came up to on the app as well. Like, at what point do you just stop, and you say, this is done, this is good enough. It goes gold, and that's what tough calls are really about. It's about figuring out at what point can you stop that you can live with and then make adaptations later. But for now, at what point is it good enough? It's never going to be perfect. You can always add more. With infinite time, you can make it infinitely better. But you got to find the stopping point where you can actually take a breath and say, okay, you look at all the features. The base part of it works. The additional features, the auxiliary features, they work. We have a working prototype in this case, and it works just how we want it. And that's what you got to figure out is, Where's a good stopping point? Unfortunately, I don't have really that much of a guide on it, just because it's, it depends by product and by app, by game, by whatever you're making. What I would say is, you're not necessarily gonna be happy with it, so don't search for that one spot where you're gonna be happy with what you have. But at what point can you be content, right? At what point can you just say, maybe I'm not happy with this, but it's good enough. It's good enough to pass the basic minimum, and you can always build on that later. The end. Boom. Bye.